Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's just going to be a quick story time, and as you can see from the title, I'm going to attempt to do eyelashes. It's something that I was pretty good at one point, and then I just completely stopped wearing them. So hopefully it's like riding a bike, because I haven't worn eyelashes in a really long time. But outside of that, just to show you guys, I got these, I want to say, on clearance. It's the Ardell Glamor Variety Pack. These are pretty much beginner lashes. One just flew away, just fell down, but it's there, guys. It's right there. Yeah, so I'm going to put these on and give you guys a little story time. And let's go ahead and get right into it. Today I'm going to sharpen them a little bit by drawing a line, something I typically don't do. This just makes them sharper, more defined. Today I'm going to be using an oldie but a goodie, and it is the LA Pro Girl Concealer in Warm Honey. Okay, so this story time actually takes place out of state. Me and my family go visit our family that live in the South every year. And one of the main things that we like to do while we are down there is go shopping, because their clothes, their distributors or their buyers don't buy from the same places that they buy from in LA. So you can get items down there, down south, that you actually would not find here, and vice versa. So if someone from down south were to come here, typically our stuff comes from the garment district. Every now and then we'll get stuff in from New York, but from the way it was explained to me, down south, a lot of their stuff comes from New York. So that's why you're able to get different type of items. But anyways, yeah, so me and my family decided that we were going to go shopping. So we head to the downtown area and we go into this store called Super 10. It's hard to describe what this store would be like in California for people who live out here, but Super 10 is almost, it's like pick and save. It's like Big Lots, okay? So it's like Big Lots. And then they have other items that kind of make it almost sort of like a Dollar General, if you have a Dollar General near you. So while we're in there shopping, my mom and my sister decide that they're going to get these bras. It was these bras and like undergarments and slips and girdles. Well, they weren't buying all of that, but I'm just telling you all the stuff they had. And it was like 2 for $10. So my mom was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to give me a couple of bras. I'm going to give me a couple of, the underwear was like, I forget what it was, but it was like really well priced too. So she's like, are you getting any? And I was like, no, I'm not getting any. I had a bad experience a couple of years prior where I had got like some $5 bras from this store in the same city down south. And they were sized horribly wrong. Like it would say like a double D, but it would actually be like a B. Like they were sized horribly wrong. And I went to return them. They were like, oh no, we don't return underwear, even though the tags and everything was on it. So after that, I was just like, no to the whole buying cheap underwear from discount stores. Sorry guys, I got my mirror right here. I do not need it that close. My bad. So anyways, back to the story, and I digress. I'm like, go ahead, knock yourself out, get your underwear, but I'm not getting anything. So of course, true to how things work, we get all the way back to my grandmother's house, which is who we were staying with and who we go to visit down south. And let me add that this store does not have any dressing rooms. So you cannot try the items on, and you can't like take them off the hanger and like hold them up to yourself. You just have to be like, this is my size, this is what I'm getting, and you have to leave. There was no sign or anything in the section saying anything about what their guidelines were for it. All it had up there was the 2 for $10 and the 5 for $10 for the underwear. It just had the sale prices, no fine print, because we literally sat there and discussed it, because I was like, I'm cool because of what happened to me last month. My mom's like, no, look, there's nothing here that says anything about that, so you're good. So just to be clear, nothing was marked, nothing was there. There was no way to try it on, okay? So we get back to my grandmother's house, and I tell my mom as soon as we walk through the door, you need to go try on those items and make sure that they fit. Because if they don't, we need to go back immediately, just because we don't know what their return policy is. And plus we were leaving in like 5 days and going back to California. So my mom goes in the back. She's like, okay, maybe you're right. Let me go ahead and try this on. Goes in the back, tries it on, and not none of it. I think like 2 items did not fit. Sorry for the lighting change. I toned it down a little bit, so I know it may have looked a little different for you guys. But, so I'm telling my mom, I'm like, okay, maybe we should go back today and just, return what you need to return. And my mom's like, no, we'll go tomorrow. I really don't feel like going back out and doing all this all over again. So we'll just go tomorrow. Okay, I'm just going in with the Juvia's Place palette. Used the orange, and now I'm using the green. So I knew the minute that my mom said that she wanted to go tomorrow that it was going to end badly. I'm like, okay, this is about to be horrible, because we're waiting a day. If they do have any type of return policy, if we came right back, then they would have more of a reason to be like, okay, there's no way you wore this. The timestamp on your receipt is from, 30 minutes ago. We'll go ahead and make an exception if they had a policy. We were under the assumption that they didn't have a policy. I knew that they probably had a policy. Whenever you see underwear priced cheap like that, they have a policy. So the next day, we go ahead and we go back to Super 10. And so my mom walks up to the lady and she goes, hey, I need to return these items. They didn't fit. And the woman says, oh, unfortunately, we can't return these items because, they're underwear. We have a policy that we don't return underwear. So my mom goes, oh, okay. Can you show me where the sign was? Because I must have missed that, because, I definitely wouldn't have got this particular item, because this is something that I assumed I would be able to return because it's not like underwear or anything. And she goes, yeah, let me go ahead and walk you over there and show you where the sign is. So she comes from behind the register, and this is lady that was not there the first time that we were there. And I'm just letting this dry a little bit, because the tackier it is, the easier it is to apply. So the lady was not there before. So we see her and she's looking. And as the lady's walking over to the sign, she calls her name. So let's just call her Monica. And so the cashier turns around. She's like, I took that sign down because I'm printing some new ones. And she goes, oh, okay. And so she was like, yeah, normally the sign's here, but my manager just said that she took them down because she's reprinting them. And my mom said, oh, okay. Well, that's probably why I didn't know that you guys had a policy on these. Now, anyone who's worked in customer service, I have worked in customer service for a long time, basically my whole life. In an instance like that, where you know that you made an error like that, you return the item, especially if the tags are still on and it's an item that was not worn. Okay, we're going to try to put this on. Ooh, child. Uh-oh. A finger sticking together. I don't even know why I grabbed the tweezers, because I have to place with my hand. I hate how spaced out these are. And I didn't get them as low as I wanted them. I'm almost tempted to take it back off, but we're going to go with it. So, yeah, the woman, so my mom walks over to the manager because clearly, you know, she's the person in charge, and the manager's like, yeah, we don't return on underwear. And my mom was like, well, you know, I understand your policy, but it's pretty inconvenient for me because you didn't have a sign up. And then the one, she's like, I mean, you're not even trying to like offer me store credit or anything. She's like, I don't live here, but at least I could give the store credit to one of my family members. And so she's like, oh, you don't live here? And she was like, no. She was like, so I'm not familiar with your policies. I don't live here. And, you know, I was just trying to support your store. So the woman's like, oh, well, unfortunately, we don't do any return. She just has a really nasty attitude. So my mom was like, you know what? Can I get your manager's number? So she's like, I am the manager. She's like, the manager above you. She's like, there's no one above me. My mom was like, okay, well then give me the owner's information. And she was like, I am the owner. My mom was like, you're the owner of Super 10. You're the owner. And the woman rolled her eyes and was like, no, I'm not the owner. Hold on. So she went to, it wasn't even like an office. It was like, you step up and it's this little booth right here. And so my sister, who also has worked in customer service majority of her life, says, as she's talking to my mom, like, yeah, Mama, I could see why you would be confused because there's no sign. And she said, even, you know, when I was in customer service, if something like that would have happened, we would have, if something like that would have happened, then we would have done our best to try to return the item for the person. So the woman interrupts my sister. Hold on, I can't talk and do this, y'all. I'm tearing this eyeshadow up. The woman interrupts my sister and says, keep in mind, my sister was talking to my mom. She wasn't even speaking loudly. What store do you work at? Because at the time, I want to say my sister actually still worked at this store. And my sister said Target. Now, keep in mind, this particular town never had a Target until that year. Literally that year, their Target opened up. And she was like, oh, well, this ain't Target. And turned back around. So that caught my mom's attention like, hold up. What you ain't finna do is get an attitude with my child because she ain't saying nothing to you. She was talking to me and you chose to insert yourself in the conversation. But one thing to know about my sister is she don't need nobody to take up for her. Now, this whole time all this is going on, my mom and my sister are talking to them. I'm walking around the store looking. There is no indication that I'm even with them. I haven't spoken to them. They haven't said anything to me. And I did this on purpose. They know me. I was chilling to the back in case I needed to be tagged in. I was going to be there. So I wasn't saying anything. Okay, we have strategies in place when we go in the situations like this. So the woman says, this ain't Target to my sister, right? So my mom was like, hold up. First of all, she was not talking to you. There's no need for you to be rude. You do not need to talk to my daughter like that. She was like, she was having a conversation with me and you chose to interject yourself in it. And she's like, what you need to do is just give me the information for your manager. So the woman is now embarrassed because she realized like that was uncalled for. So she says to my mom, you need to leave. You need to get out of here. Mom goes, I have no problem leaving, but I asked you to give me your manager's information. Give me your manager's information and then I'll leave. So she's like, well, while I get the manager's information, you need to go stand over there. You need to go stand by the exit. So my sister is, you know, saying like, yeah, that because that was uncalled for. You didn't need to say anything to us. Like, you could have kept it moving. You're so unprofessional. All you had to do was get the number and keep it moving. Nobody was even saying anything to you. All this other kind of stuff. So the woman says, you know what, y'all need to go outside. So I'm still walking around, and then she says to me, ma'am, you need to leave. I said, I need to what? You need to leave, ma'am. You need to leave. I said, well, why would I need to leave? I said, I haven't said anything to you. I said, I'm over here shopping, minding my own business. I said, I haven't harassed anyone. I haven't said anything. And so my mom and my sister are like, yeah, why are you telling her that she needs to also leave? Under what, like, what does she do to need to leave with us? And she's like, if y'all don't leave, I'm calling the police. My mom's like, what are you going to call them and say, boo?
Who gonna check me, boo?
What are you going to call them and say? No one has done anything. So I told her, I was like, look, I'm going to tell you like this. I said, I haven't said anything to you. I haven't done anything to you. So you're not about to ask me to leave this store. I said, secondly, because you came at me like that, I need your manager's information. Ooh, she was good and hot. So if you ain't going to give it to my mom and you're going to put my mom out the store, guess what? Now you finna give it to me. So she is and going all off and all this other kind of stuff. My mama went in. Now keep in mind, my mom is a very sweet person, very polite, not disrespectful in any way. But she went off on this chick. She called her skanky. She said she was a wall banger. She said her hips went, wide receiver. No, she called her a wide receiver wall banger. So me and my sister are dying laughing because the woman has said something to my mom, you know, that was inappropriate as well. So my mom was like, well, if we're going to go there, we're going to go there. So after her and my mom exchanged their little words or whatever, the lady who rung up my mom, she was a really sweet woman, the woman we were originally talking to. She hands me a card. And the card has the manager's information. And she's like, here you go. She's like, I'm really sorry. Here you go. So we're like, okay, well, we got what we need. Like, ain't no problem here. Let's go. Better. So as we're leaving, she decides to call the police, okay? And so we got the number now. So we're walking out. And like this older security guard who looked like he literally was in retirement comes walking, and he's like, are you guys coming from Super 10? We're like, yeah. He's like, what's all the commotion about? So we told him like what happened. He was like, have a nice day. That man walkie-talkied in and kept it moving. Oh, she really didn't like that. And going on and on and on and on and on. So what's funny about it is so she thinks that she didn't won because we didn't left, and she called the police. But what she didn't understand was that guy was looking like, ain't no way I'm finna have the full raft of this whole city on me trying to arrest 3 women because you didn't want to give me your manager's information. Well, we all know how this is going to end, homegirl. We all know how this is going to end. So, yeah, nothing happened to us. My granny was pretty upset because she was like, don't be bringing that and having people thinking y'all crazy. I told her, I said, Granny, that woman was way out of line. I said she was just ridiculous with it. So that is the story of how my whole family almost got arrested at Super 10 down south, out of state. Yeah, and my mom, yeah, she went in on ogre. I can't even remember all the insults that she had, but they were just back to back to back to back to back to back. It was like the woman cannot get a word in edgewise. And I know she was thinking to herself, I picked the wrong one. And I wanted to say, Homegirl, yeah, you did. You picked the wrong one. So, guys, what do you guys think about my lashes? I picked some very, very, like, out there ones. So, it's a lot more than what I'm used to. But I could have put them lower. But because I put the band higher, I just went ahead and did, like, a thick line with, I put it up already, huh? Oh, no, I didn't. I just did a thick line with this Mary Kay eyeliner, a liquid eyeliner that I have, just to kind of do. I could have drug it out and did what's it called? A cat eye, but I won't do that. So what I'm going to do is finish up the look with the full, you know, lips, blush, all of that. And then you guys will just see a finished product, a finished me. All right, guys, so that is the end of this look with these dramatic lashes that I put on. My lips are pretty nude and pretty simple. They look really big with this color, but it is Kat Von D Sanctuary, her liquid lips. These dry down matte, and they are a little dry, but not the driest of matte lipsticks that I've had. So I like it for when I want to have kind of a nude lip, but I don't want it to kind of melt into my face. And then I usually just take a brown lip pencil and go around. Okay. And there you can see right there what the brown pencil kind of did for it. It made it look, you know, a little bit more cohesive, a little bit better. Yeah, so that's it for this story time, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of these lashes. How'd I do? do I still have my training wheels on, or can I take them off? All right, love you, mean it, bye.